So rats, it's the 7th new moon, and it's the repeating moon, because the one in the eclipse was in Cancer, and this new moon a month later is also in Cancer. So this is about repeating energies. And we're going with the Odin of the Nine Realms cards. This is their debut, to get you a nice overall message. These are by Sonja Grace. What's the message, please? What message do you have for the lovely rats? What message do you have, please, for the rats? Oh, ratties. The opening gambit is hell. This is the goddess of the underworld. So the thing that looks a little bit like dragon's legs are the roots of the Yggdrasil tree. It's what did you? So we're looking at what did you forget to see? What are you going to repeat? And what's to come? And the message I'm getting, that what did you forget to see? You forgot to see almost, like you forgot to see the eclipse almost. You forgot to see the natural world. You forgot to see the beautiful changes is the energy. And it's pulling you down into this energy of the underworld. But the underworld is a place we visit when in fear, and in the Odin, in the world of Norse mythology, there are obviously 9 realms, as it says on the back of the cards, and you can. It's like you need to visit. This is shadow work. That's what I'm getting. It's you didn't do. What did you forget to see? The shadow work, your place in nature, the way in which you relate to the natural world. So, what did you forget to see? We're going to use the Tarot de Grand Luxe because it has masks on the back, and I feel that the energy of these will help to guide us towards something that was masked from you, even though I've suggested it's the natural world from the Hell card. So, what did rats forget to see? What did rats forget to see? There we go. Yeah, look, I said it's almost like you forgot to see the eclipse. You've got the sun. What did you forget to see? You forgot to see the light. You forgot to see the light because you didn't engage in the shadow work. You kind of, and you've got the Hanged Man. These are 2 major arcana cards. So, what did you forget to see? You forgot to see the sun. You were attached to the natural world. You were hanging there. You were reaching down to the water, the emotions, which were being brought in by the moon passing over the face of the sun. And we have here the face of the sun. This is very much Ra. Why were you not looking? So, it's like there's a muddle going on within you. There's a sense of confusion. It's like you can't even get dressed in the morning. It's for the last month, and look, there has been the most mental, strange energies going on, rats. But you have to face the shadows. You have to go down into hell to find these things. You see, now I'm not sure, but I've got a funny feeling that in some Germanic languages, hell means bright, And it's interesting that hell is that reference to hell, the dark underworld. But it's only by looking at the darkness that we see the light. We have an old Cornish name in my family, which they're pulling into my thing, because it's this idea of hell sun, and the name was Hellsun. So in my Nordic roots that go back through Cornwall, it's the brightness of the darkness, is what they're saying. To see the darkness differently. Oh, that's exciting. So, what are you going to repeat? So, I've just changed the format the way I've laid these cards out. So, I'm going to take one of these cosmic cards now. By Nari Anastarsia. No, that's two. I don't want two. I really want one. I really want the cards to give me one. If one doesn't come out, I'll split the deck. It's really important that this remains very clean, because this is a repeating situation, and it doesn't require repeat energies. It needs to be cleaner. So you didn't see the darkness to see the light. What are you going to repeat? What's the energy that you're going to repeat? What's the energy that you're going to repeat, please? What's the energy that you're going to repeat, please? What's the energy that you're going to repeat? Okay, we're going to split the deck. Golden Crown. Golden Crown came yesterday. In the new year, my new year energy. Golden Crown. What are you going to repeat? You're going to repeat the process to see the light, but you've got to see the darkness. You can't wear the crown of spiritual movement. Okay, so the sun, they're now talking about the energy of Horus, the Eye of Horus. The opening of the eye, I'm getting decalcifying of your pineal gland. The Eye of Horus is a stem part in your brain that's not awakened to see things differently yet. So you're going to be given the chance to get this decalcification to come along. How, though, would be the question. So you've got to go and see something very, very dark. I'm kind of looking for a dark deck. Well, they're not dark, but these are the ones because they've got an Egyptian theme. So the Age of Aquarius in Egyptian terminology is often called the Age of Horus. Your emotions are hidden. The Queen of Cups spun round in the deck. You're hiding from your emotions. You can't face them. It's like they're sitting in a pool inside the darkness whispering to you, and you can't look at them. Oh, look, we've got this 8-8 portal again. And that's in this moon phase. So, you have the Prince of Swords. You have the Prince of Swords. I'm getting the energy of Thor's hammer. This need to smash through, to almost to smelt, to heat up, to almost to, to sort of like cups. You've got the Eight of Cups. Cups are golden. They're a metal. And the alchemy of the metal, you see, now they are talking about, okay, we'll get there. We'll do it for what's to come. You're the first with this reading, so I don't know how it unfolds until I begin doing it. So you need to smelt down all of your emotions. You need to melt them so that they can be reformed. And to do that, you've got to apply a massive amount of heat energy of the sun. And yet somehow you've not been doing it. And it's about a sort of a battle of your molecules. It's not just your emotional shadow work. This is applying your emotional shadow work to the real world. This card has got 3 figures drawing the chariot, and he's fighting with the chariot. It's almost as if the people around you, rats, are like the Pied Piper. They're drawing you in the wrong direction. And there's 2 pyramids on top of each other, and there's a scythe in his hand, and he's got a sword and a scythe, and he's trying really hard to cut the leashes that are attached all around him, and it's very uncomfortable, jagged energy that you're not wanting to look at. So I would say you're needing to, so it's on the 20th, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, you've got 19 days. I mean, there's a full moon to come during that period, obviously. But then everything will happen very, very quickly. There's a real sense of, it's the darkness. You've got to look into the darkness. This is to walk away from all the old emotions, to melt them down. You've got 8 wands, 8 pieces of fire, 1 for each of these cups, to melt them down and to make changes to your world. So I'm going to take a Moonology card for, I was going to do what's to come, but that's not what they're saying. It's like the journey is actually it's not the arrival, it's the journey. So what's the journey during this moon phase? What's the journey for rats during this moon phase? What's the journey for rats during this moon phase? To have faith in your dreams. A waxing crescent moon. So it's about this 19 days, well, it's 2 weeks, but reaching towards, you've got to work on the face, you've got to grab at the energy of this new moon and allow your energy to fill with all the darkness that a new moon brings, because there's no moon in the sky, because it's following the sun. So I just need to lean right across and grab the alchemical cards that fill me with such dread. I don't want you to be scared, rats. What I mean is that they're really hard for me to read. So let's have a wee look at the energies of the journey. So this is the Lost Tarot of Nostradamus, and this is how to become unlost. The little quatrains. I feel like these cards are going to have to go with me to France, and I'll have to sort of get in touch with the quatrains with each card. I'm going to end up carrying like 19 suitcases just full of decks on this journey. So, what's the journey, please? What's the journey, please? Can we have... Oh, there's a energy coming in. I didn't do your bells, did I? I'm going to do them now. I feel like I missed your bells. Oh, and I missed the bell. That's, it's not resonating properly. I think you're not resonating properly. You will, look, you will after the 8 to the 8, but you've got to get through this dark hell journey first. So, do you know what? I need to show you. Have faith in your dreams. Yesterday, I found a little package. And I've carried this package through my life, and I had a friend at sixth form college, Emma, who was a ballet dancer, and she taught me to stretch much better and become very flexible, and how to do the box splits and all kinds of things that someone of my enormity shouldn't do. But anyway, we did it. And she wrote me a little letter, and she sealed it in a piece of plastic with wax, and she said that I was to open it one day when I felt I had achieved something. Actually, there's wax all over it. And I found it yesterday when I was throwing out some few bits from my dad's, and I opened it because I thought it was just time to actually see what this message was that I've carried with me for 34 years in different ways. And actually, it seems like it's relevant to your card here. So this message from her to Russell, good luck Emma, is don't dream it, be it. So that's a message echoing to you, rats, through time. So now let's see what happens when we get these alchemical cards. Obviously, I can't read 36 of them in this reading. Do you have, please, a message for the journey forwards for rats? Do you please have a message for the journey forward for rats? Okay, they're now saying you don't need these cards. That's fabulous, because I really didn't want to go down the avenue of those. They want me to get out the deck that comes from the same time period as this letter. This is my very first deck that I bought around the time that I knew Emma, and they're like fluffy pieces of cotton wool. So can we please have the message forwards? Can we please have the message forwards? Where are they going? They're so soft. Oh. So you begin with the Seven of Wands. They're a Morgan Greer set, by the way. Begins with the Seven of Wands. This is standing back up and facing all of the fiery elements around you. It's the card one before this. And it's also referring back to this. It's all of those things that you're fighting all the time that you don't really like to look at, that's in the darkness, rats. But it's getting back up. It's standing tall. The energy is of red, Mars, Minerva energy, and Jupiter, Juno energy coming in. And as you get back up and push back, you begin to grow again. It's really interesting. Your journey forwards, you've reached your judgment point. This is your judgment gateway. This is the moment in 2020 where you begin to release the fears that hold you back. They're you know, this energy inside hell where you didn't look at the sun. You were scared to look into the sunshine because of your emotions. Is now, there's the trumpets, the fanfare is being blown for you to release judgment. So the message is, it links into yesterday's message about the new year, which begins in this same period. Let go of judgment. Don't judge others. Don't worry about others. If someone comes to you and they tell you all of their fears, just listen to them and then walk away and know that they're not yours. They don't belong to you. That's their frequency. And that's what this battle is. This Enlil, who created the space between heaven and earth for humans to live in, it's an energy that's changing, and unfortunately it means shedding people around you who just are filled with the wrong frequency. Look, you may find them again. They may come back in the coming year that's ahead of us, because everyone is going to win in this situation eventually. But the point is that they're holding you back from seeing your truth. And what is your truth? With judgment, you're followed by the sun. Again, this is such wonderful energy, because here in this sun, this is a lonely sun. It's burning, but this is like an older energy that's almost got sort of tearful eyes, whereas this sun is about coming together with newness, with joy, with warmth, with happiness into a new world. And it's the beginnings of this new frequency of love. This is the change of energy. If you wish to keep living in fear, you will just keep being in this battle that you need to step from, and being caught in the hangman energy, unable to see the newness, with the old energy of the sun burning down on you, making you angry and keeping you trapped in hell, unable to see the true light and the true frequency of love that's coming towards you. It's this, I keep saying it, it's this tantric, jiggy, beautiful mirror soul frequency that's coming towards people very, very soon. Well, November. So, I feel like I need a card to end. So I'm going to use these for the ending. That was too quick. I already want a shuffle. So, I didn't want to go back together then. A little bit like the Enlil Prince of Swords energy, the thoughts, you've got to change the thought pattern. So, can we please just have a card to end? It's come out twice, so it absolutely is your memory. That's a Freudian slip. The Prince is, okay, it's the 14 of earth, no, of fire, of fire. So it's like the sun. It's about putting yourself back on a pedestal of understanding. You can't move forwards until you raise yourself up. I'm just reading at the bottom, the chief. It's in French and I'm not great, but I will be soon. It's something about, the card is Prince, it's gold, it's the energy of things. It's there's been a fiery transformation behind. It's like everything of the past has been laid to waste to bring you into, to raise you up. You're being lifted higher. It's a card of ascension. And your ascension, your energy rising, is what will bring you closer and closer to this divine union that's heading in towards you. So that's really rather beautiful. Anyway, what's so?